What's your name and where are you from?
Yeah, my name is Dustin Hall, and I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay, and we're in Garland, Texas right now. So what are you doing out here?
Looking for places for new beginnings.
You're looking for places for new beginnings.
Right.
What does that mean?
Um, well, I went on this journey where
Does this journey involve drugs?
a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Hey, we all do what we do. No, I don't judge, honestly. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of drugs are those?
Mostly marijuana.
That's not a drug.
Well, on a federal level, it is.
Yeah, but so you smoke pot? That's it?
Yeah, I'm a major pot connoisseur.
Do you do anything else?
On occasion, I might get maybe a pain pill or whatever when I'm really hurting from going too long, or traveling too far, or laying on concrete for too long.
Laying on concrete. Let's talk about that. When you say lay on concrete, what do you mean?
Like this right here, with no type of padding other than a thin little blanket.
Why do you stay on concrete? Are you without a place right now?
Yeah.
Oh, how old are you?
28.
You're a young kid,
Pretty
only
much.
28. Why are you on the streets?
This wasn't by choice. This was from losing my mom at a young age, and my father had passed 2 years prior to my mom. So I ended up having no place to go, and I ran away from foster homes because they tried to take that spot of my parents, and it just didn't suit right with me. So
Was this in New Orleans, this foster place?
Yeah. So I was running away in the hopes that, they would just be like, no, we had enough. And yes, I did have a rebellious spirit, but there was a method to the madness.
How old were you when you lost your mom?
I was 14
Okay, you're young, so you were in the foster system for a few years.
for like a year, and then at the age of 15 and a half, about to be 16, I was out on the streets, and I had to learn to fight or lay down and die. And being in New Orleans, it's pretty hectic.
Where would you sleep at in New Orleans? Because I've been down there plenty of times. That place is a dump, no offense.
None taken. It definitely is a shithole.
Yeah.
And
It really is.
that there's no type of excuse my French, give a care or give a fucks for those people that are out there not by choice, or out there using drugs just because they're afraid of being out there, alone, and they don't know what somebody is capable of doing that is out there.
What's the hardest drug you've ever tried?
Cocaine.
Like snorting it or smoking it or slamming it?
Snorting.
What do you feel like? I've never done it. What does it feel like?
It's like taking adrenaline.
Okay, so it makes you positive, like up, alive, and all that stuff.
It numbs your body.
Okay. So you're 28 right now. How do you make money to eat or pay your cell phone or get around town?
Most of the time, I skip paying on transportation. Just because simple fact of the matter, they should have the right type of funding for people that are out here to reach doctor's appointments or whatever the case is. Maybe even a job interview once they got into some type of shelter or whatever. But that they have none of that. So
What was the last time you worked, as in you had to be at work at a certain time to start your shift?
probably about 3 years ago.
Where'd you work at?
I was a construction laborer there for a little bit, and then I worked my way up to doing blueprints and to being the CEO of a building company that was called Buildings for the Better. and it was a team of Christian-based construction workers. And,
What happened with that?
I fell off, got distant, and
Backslid, I guess what they would call it in the Christian.
right.
So you haven't worked in 3 years. So let me ask you this: tonight, where are we gonna go lay our head?
Currently at the moment, I have no idea. Wherever I'm led to.
Where'd you sleep last night?
Actually, right at the building over there that's peeking over the top.
That building right there?
Yeah, that is the Garland City people where they go around in the trucks with different jobs or whatever for the city. I slept right in the front of their door.
Okay. So you just, wherever, you don't have a spot where you, like a little hidden cubby hole?
That's because they have a homeless task force that keeps on taking and ripping up and stealing people's property. As a homeless personnel, we have the right to have our belongings without it being damaged or destroyed. And due to that, you know, there's a big uproar with the homeless community. You know, so we're coming together a lot stronger and bigger packs of groupings to protect each other from these people that have no care in the world and don't treat us like we're human beings. We have feelings too, and a lot of us, we go through this every single day with judgment or get a job, you bum, or fuck off, shit like that, you know?
All right, let me ask you this. Okay, you said you haven't worked in 3 years. Now, I've only been speaking with you for less than 10 minutes.
Right.
You seem that you're sane. You look physically able to work. What stops you from, I don't know, going to McDonald's and filling out a job application?
The simple fact that would be I would lose my serve safe due to improper hygienics. And
yeah, but you got to make a living. You got to make money. I mean, let me ask you this: like, how do you normally make money? Like, if like let's say
or volunteering somewhere.
Okay, so do you do like day labor where you'll go?
I can't do day labor because I don't have physical documentations of my social or my birth certificate.
So we need to get you that. How do you see yourself being able to get off the streets?
At the moment, it's just an endless cycle of panhandling or sitting somewhere about to give up, and then someone comes and like, hey man, you need a room or something, you know, get clean, or you know, and when the money is there, yes, I get motel rooms, but even at that, you know, being the case, that's what, 1 or 2 nights, and then we're right back out here, you know.
Do you have a mobile phone?
I do not. I have a Samsung tablet that I just bought.
You ever thought about being a carny?
I thought about it, but the traveling and then the laying off unexpected would...
Dude, if you hook yourself up with a show that's like a clean show, like there's not a lot of druggies and that'll, you know, influence you. I mean, the pay kind of sucks, but bro, it's a roof over your head. You get paid $300-400 a week, and you travel a little bit, and you get out of the elements. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I've been on the street a little bit. I kind of know what it's like. I know what it's like to have to find a place to sleep out on the street. It sucks, man. It's hot. You wake up, the sun's blaring on you.
That, you know? Or every 5 minutes, once you do find a spot that is somewhat decent, they got somebody kicking you at your feet or telling you get the hell off their property, you know, and manners like, you know, we just robots. That ain't the case.
I got a last question for you. Where do you see yourself in 2 months? No, 2 months. 5 years?
Yeah.
We might be dead in 5 years. No, 2 months. Dude, it's gonna be hot out here, bro. It's already gonna be June pretty soon next week.
Well, honestly, in the next 2 months, I see myself getting out a little bit more, trying to put a little bit more positivity within my everyday guidelines where I'm able to do, and try to fix in the areas where I'm unable to do, to maybe possibly have a better outcome as far as being indigent, homeless.
I got another question. Has anything bad ever happened to you out in the streets? Like, what's the worst experience you've had because you were homeless?
Actually, that's funny you asked. I was on the train, and they had this guy come up to me, try to big man me out of my money that I had in my pocket. He's like, "Hey, you got any money?" I'm like, "No, not for you." And he got up a little closer. He's like, "Hey, you're gonna give me my money or I'm gonna kill you." And he pulled out a 38 revolver, and luckily it wasn't loaded, but he stuck it right here underneath my chin and said, "Give me what you got in your pockets or die." And at that moment I was just like, I haven't even lived my full life yet. So I reached in my pocket and gave him the $5 that I did have. And later finding out when he went to go step off, the chamber had flipped open and it was empty.
You lost $5.
Right.
Yeah, you made the right decision. By the way, before I leave, did you know that right across the street, right there, a double murder happened?
I did.
How'd you know?
I go to the library and I read news articles.
Can you tell us anything about what happened, or you just know something bad happened there?
As far as I know, the double murder was based on something that had went wrong. It was over a female, as a matter of fact.
Well, not a female, but it was over a robbery. But anyways, enough about that. Listen, thank you for your time. I hope, and I will be thinking about you later, I hope that you somehow get off these damn streets. I'd hate to be you in July out here. It's going to be 100 degrees, and that is not going to be cool. But good luck to you, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yep, anytime.